The expression 3x minus 29, 6 minus 13x is equivalent to the expression ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are constants. What is the sum of b and c? All right, so why am I saying this question has nothing to do with math, right? There are numbers, there seem to be operations. Why is this not about math? I'll tell you why. Because, like a lot of SAT math questions, it's not really about doing crazy calculations in your head or knowing all these fancy rules of math. There's some basic math going on, but the hard thing about this question is keeping track of everything. This question is about organization, which a lot of math is about. And if you can be organized, you can solve 80% of math questions on the SAT, just with being organized and keeping track of everything. So let's do it. We have this equal to this. So first part of organization is going to be 3x minus 29 times 6 minus 13x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so we want to find what b and c equal. B and c, right? So how do we find that? We're going to do foiling, and then from the foiling we are going to see the corresponding parts. So when we FOIL, we're going to do 3x times 6, that'll be 18x. Okay, a little bit of math, but pretty basic math. 3x times negative 13x, it's going to be negative 39x squared. People might be thrown off because normally the x's are the same. They're like both positive, but it doesn't matter. We don't care about that. Let's not overthink it. Let's just do it the way we would do foiling. Then we're going to do negative 29 times 6 is going to be negative 174. And then negative 29 times negative 13 is going to be positive. So this is where the organization comes in. Keeping track of the negatives, right? We did positive, positive, positive. Positive, negative, negative. Negative, positive, negative. And now negative times a negative is going to become positive. 29 times 13, if you don't know how to do it in your head, you could use a calculator. So we're going to get positive 377x. And now the next step in organization is going to be about combining the right-like terms. X squared has nothing to combine with, so we just have negative 39x squared. Then we have 18x and 377x, so we're going to do plus 395x. And then we have negative 174. And then B is going to be the 395, and C is going to be the 174. Bx equals 395, and I know that because corresponding parts have to go together, so the x's have to go with x's, x squareds will go with x squareds, and so on. And then C is going to equal negative 174. So then B plus C, 395 plus negative 174, and that equals 221. And that, my friends, is the answer here. And did we do some math? Yeah, but the thing that makes this question hard, because believe it or not, this is a level hard question, isn't the actual math. Basic multiplication that you could use decimals for, basic addition and subtraction that you could do decimal for. The difficult thing here is keeping track of signs and not freaking out for the unfamiliar. Just trusting in the process, keeping track of signs and then combining like terms and reading the question carefully. Because some people will see this question and say, what is B or what is C? They won't realize that it's what's the sum of B and C. So read carefully, stay organized, and you'll get most of the SAT math questions correct as long as you're beyond like geometry level of math in school. So if you have questions on this or any questions I've done before in the past, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I hope it is sunny where you are. But if it's raining out there, I hope the rain is cleaning your windows and watering your plants. Bye.